비됴보카.
Prepositions belong. My one-use story. Listen. A spider web is on the ceiling, on the ceiling, on the ceiling. There is a picture on the wall, on the wall, on the wall. Don't sit on the floor, on the floor, on the floor. I take the tumbler on the desk, on the desk, on the desk. I put a ring on my finger, on my finger, on my finger, on my finger. Turn left on the corner, on the corner, on the corner. I go to work on Mondays, on Mondays, on Mondays, on Mondays. I am on the bus now, on the bus, on the bus. Don't run on the subway, on the subway, on the subway, on the subway. I always arrive on time, on time, on time, on time. There's dirt on my screen, on my screen, on my screen. I saw it on social media, social media, social media, social media. Follow me on Instagram, Instagram, on Instagram, Instagram. He is famous on YouTube, on YouTube, on YouTube. I found it on the internet, on the internet, on the internet, on the internet. It's available on the website, on the website, on the website, on the website. My boss is on the phone, on the phone, on the phone. The security guard is on duty, on duty, on duty, on duty. Is my name on the list, on the list, on the list, on the list. Open your book on page 5, on page 5, on page 5, on page 5. It's a book on history, on history, on history. I saw you on TV, on TV, on TV, on TV. These shoes are on sale, on sale, on sale, on sale. I am on a diet, on a diet, on a diet. What are you doing on the weekend, on the weekend, on the weekend, on the weekend? Let's meet on Saturday, on Saturday, on Saturday. I am away on vacation, on vacation, on vacation, on vacation. I am on the plane to NY, on the plane, on the plane. The mountain is on fire, on fire, on fire. Who did that on purpose? On purpose. It depends on the weather. Depends on. Depends on. I got a gift on my birthday. On my birthday. On my birthday. On my birthday. And we met on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day. On Christmas Day. This year will remain on history. On history. On history. Mission complete.